Inshallah and Ashe, divine will's blessings to you, and as always for you. Gratitude, sending those streams out. And of course, welcome to the season of the sun. Leo season, where the sun shines light upon all the things, including the ghost in the darkness. The element of air, air beings, relational empathy, our heart center, being heart-centric. Also connected to the Shamans portal, I'll just tune into that. But as we are in the midstreams, moving forward in Leo season towards a new moon, by the way. So I would definitely look to where Leo is on the cusp of in your natal chart. This is where that glimmer is going to be found. It's a glimmering sauce in the soup. It's an ingredient. Leo is the light, but also the rage, a fire raging out of control. And boy, do we have some of those all over the planets, kind of energies of raging out of control, fires, or at least kind of around where I am in the navigation streams on the planet. But it's our heart center, the element of air, the beings of air. What does that mean? Air, empathy. Air is ideals. Air, you can't catch air, but air connects all the thoughts moving through the streams. I like to see it as, I want to say in the cloud lines, along with our natal sun. So this is the arena, the area that's actually lighting up the stage. And with that, you are listening to this week's energetic snippet. And once again, I am your host, the Tonya D. I am a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, a subtle energetic surgeon, and more importantly, I'm a reflector by design. Following the lunar energies through the seasons and the celestial bodies, the heavenly bodies, not just the gates in human design, but really all of the things, creating a movement, getting into the momentum, a solution. Energetically, I'm always into the energetics, but I do call myself a holistic shaman medium. It's a term that I merged, I crafted or downloaded, just kind of a choreography of all of this kind of merged together. Mapping out the 4 pathways, the divine, and so much more, one design at a time. And ultimately, I'm here to show you why you've arrived here on the planet at this very particular time in this incarnation, cleansing the ancestral lines, I will say that for sure, through gift and purpose. We all arrived with a gift and a purpose. And if you are new to my show, my channel, go ahead and please subscribe, ring the bell, to alert that algorithm out to other celestial lunar beings that really resonate with my frequency and my show. As we evolve our inner glimmer, really radiating, illuminating, shining our brilliance, our love light, especially during the season of Leo, for all the world to see. It's like glimmering our own gold from our heart space. And the heart center, when it starts illuminating, just so my own frequency, I don't know if this resonates with you, but the heart center literally starts percolating at the green, Egyptian green, lime green, all shades of green. And then it actually illuminates into pink and then into gold. That just shows different levels of where your auric field actually is resonating. It's pretty fascinating to see as an intuitive. I just love it. I authentically, seriously love when I see people living their gift and their purpose. I think that's high priority and very important. But I also have a unique membership, mentorship offering that I do online if you want to work with myself and some other magical beings. The Shamanic Healing Academy is my online offering. It's a mentor membership offer. It's the Shah in the medium, the online grimoire. It's kind of funny how everything always just plays out, right? But it's a library of all of my intuitive offerings for an introductory offer, I will say. It's only $3.99 for the first 30 days. And then it's $19.99 thereafter. It's an online virtual coven, a sacred gathering space, literally designed so that you can share your magic, your insight, more importantly, your gift and your purpose, and coming together so we can all evolve this glimmering that's happening for us, not to us, along with a virtual library where you can actually learn at your own space, your own pace, a foundation for beginners. That's the energy body demystified. It's actually a beginner's grimoire. But if you're more of a proficient, a master coming into this world, change your stars plus voices and secrets of the other world are really great activators for that. I see this as a virtual grimoire where we add to it continually so we can grow and offer and literally evolve consciousness and humanity with ritual insights through an indigenous technology, an indigenous spirit technology, along with having access to all of my Spill the Tea offerings. And Spill the Tea is actually an offering that I do once a month. It's always the third Friday of each month. It's kind of a coven, an online sacred space where we do this and we journey within a community off of social media. It's a private social space that happens within the Shamanic Healing Academy, but also it's an offering I do for those that are subscribers to my newsletter, my Musing newsletter. You'll always get a notification. And as a reflector, I'm always following the lunar energies of the moon, the goddess of the night, mapping out the emotional energetic field, the astral plane, along with the gates, the channels. It's really kind of a thought-provoking, percolating energy, but I also incorporate daily rituals, lunar rituals. I've literally been called to bring in rituals for the sun, along with the animal totems or beings, the Wedames, and of course the elementals. That's kind of a foundation. The reason I went with the elementals is it's easier for humans to understand elements over celestial bodies energetically. However, I do find literally tuning into your moon, your natal moon, through just the tides and the seasons offers a different perspective. But I always say stay curious and question everything, and that's kind of my MO. And of course, share with your friends. It's truly everyone's birthright to shine and illuminate your brilliance. And sometimes ritual is literally, I would say, needed more often than not. Connecting with our divine potential, our potentialities, and working with the elements so we illuminate and shine brighter, glimmering literally into the other world and outside of us, weekly, daily, and forward. So if you're interested, subscribe to the Musing News, make your inbox glimmer, and I'd be grateful to see you on the other side. Just know Spill the Tea is always on the third Friday of each and every month. It's live through Zoom, but also in my online coven in the Shamanic Healing Academy. It's always at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time because that's the village I'm in. All you need to do, again, is subscribe to the Musing News and glimmer your inbox. So grateful that you're here. Now, Reflector's guidance this week. I'm super excited. I don't know about you. We've got a lot of things happening for us. I always feel like things happen for us, not to us, and to literally be in the moment of the why and the why not to get clarity around that. But either way, with the sun in Leo, the moon's illuminating, we kind of get an extra dose of that glimmer, the sunshine, don't we? I really kind of feel that gets more illuminated with a few possible energetic hiccups, some summer fun, sun. We are all about to enter what they call the dog days of summer. It's the heat. The heat is on. It's the energy of the goat, actually. The goat element in the Chinese astrology. If you could really take a break, a breath from the brake and the wheel and enjoy the little things, those small little moments. Often, literally, they're the most fulfilling. And we have the new moon in Leo lighting up the stage coming on Sunday, lighting our creativity, the flames of inspiration, romance, childhood wonder. What does my soul believe? What does my spirit believe? Like being in this frequency of this energy of literally divine universal streams of love, creativity, what we came into this world for, to create with Creator, co-creating together. And planting those lioness kind of seeds for all things Leo. So we get a glimmer. I love the word glimmer, to evolve our glimmer, a glimmer of celebration before Mercury goes off on holiday. So the moon is in, obviously, Taurus today, kicking off this week. And with the moon squaring off with the sun, this is like the slow snooze, hitting like Taurus is like 2 month. It's a 2 month transition. It's like the ebbs and the flows, and connecting to not just our body, but more importantly, the sensations, the tastes. What does it taste like? Those feeling sensations. More so with Uranus in this domain within Taurus. So it's kind of like the slow the percolating, the slow burn, but also a steady flow. But patience, energetically, patience, Job, right? I always think of Job. Patience is the key to unlock these manifestations. So really taking it in, breathing it in, releasing it out. And then we also have the moon moving into Gemini, which has a different flavor in Leo season because it's sextiling the sun. This happens on Tuesday and Wednesday, tomorrow and forward. So this is like adding air to fire, opening the door, not so much a backdraft, but really like percolating it, like keeping it simmering, if you will. More like a surge, a power surge, an eclectic energy. So expect to be extra chatty, maybe a social butterfly. Maybe you're coming out of the cocoon, fun in the sun, and so much more. Especially activating it with Mars and Jupiter along with the moon, all in the season of Gemini. Like you may feel the gusto, like the wind beneath your wings to move this energy motivated wildly in Spirit Nation, really to connect and communicate and network. It's literally glimmering our gold. Simply all we need to do is to be more social, strike up a conversation with a stranger, go to a coffee house, if you will, and just say hi. Greet everyone you meet. I don't know, just be social. You may just find a gem, a secret hidden gem, a new adventure, like weaving the threads. I always think of cats kneading, mostly because my cat does knead on my chest. However, be watchful for, especially with Mars, the over impulsive energy. Geminis are wordsmiths, so you want to be careful of your wordsmithing before you hit send, and possibly maybe hit delete, because it's going to have an emotional entanglement. And also, at the very least, really taking a breath, an in-breath, and taking a pause. Stay grounded, be embodied, be mindful as you're surfing the airwaves. And then the moon moves into the house of the mother, the fourth house, right? The mother. The Cancer moon. This is like taking in the juice, the nectars of the universe, the goddess. Hug a tree, hug the universe, feeling it, and give all your issues, all your problems out into the universe, and literally go ahead and enjoy your magical day. Not even kidding. I have a mantra. It's on my fridge. I say that every day. But slow down. It's like the slow burn. Do some inner nurturing. Go to your inner goddess. Do a vitality emotional check-in. Feeling what you feel. You may have to have a deeper conversation, possibly a sounding board, maybe with a friend. Make some amazing, healthy, hearty food, nurturing. I'm just thinking of, I like to cook from scratch, buying all the fresh ingredients and just having a slow cooking day. Basically, it really nurtures my soul. Maybe cuddle up with a book, listen to an audible story. So you may feel more of these tender, fulfilled moments. Maybe it feels like a bruise, but it's a heavenly bruise. That's not a wound in a way, is kind of how I see that. You might be overly sensitive. And emotions energetically they're kind of a wise particle, a wise part of our very natural everyday existence in our human experience. So really feeling what we feel. Like feelings have to be tended to like a fire. Reflect upon them, understand them, validate them, even initiate them. This is all happening right before the new moon in Leo. And then the moon, of course, enters Leo on Saturday. I'm diving in a little deeper here. But the moon entering Leo, this is like weekend bliss. This is pure love magic. I would even say it's the purest of universal streams. God ignites us, the universe, divine, whatever you want to call it. So be a lioness, be bold, have some bravado, express yourself like Madonna, right? It's kind of like that. It really is a time to shine, to illuminate. And Jupiter and Mars are literally in the mix. So you may be feeling those flavorful colors, ingredients of confidence, curiosity, being heard. Wouldn't that be nice? So we have this moment. We've got a twist of fate. So it's time to step into our personal power and illuminate. I almost said flower. Take a risk, a new one. Be seen. Be seen for the magical being that you are. Following, of course, your heart while still grounded in the firma, terra firma here, balancing the thread lines. Be sure, literally, to listen to the new moon meditation, which is going to be up very soon, of course. But on the menu today, if you haven't tuned into the Leo Sacred Spirit Circle, this is something that I do every month. This is prime time menu, but it's for the season of Leo. I do this for every season, but this is a meditation. I talk about the elements of the season along with the energetic center, what's activated. And we do a little meditation that you can revive to or go back to. I do these for each of the astral signs as the sun moves into the sign at the 0 degree. I literally tried to have them ready at the 0 degree, but it's up, it's here, it's arrived on YouTube. And then we also have Gift and Purpose. I've been tooting this for a few months now. I generally do this twice a year. This one's happening obviously August 10th, coming up very quickly. It's a live webinar where you get to interact with me. Not just Gift and Purpose and the indigenous technologies of the Dagara, but also the elementals in Chinese astrology. They all play a very vital role. Numerology even, energetics, it's like the matrix, the subtle bodies, and the celestial energies. But once you define or label your gift and purpose, you're going to open up to a whole new grimoire of possibilities. But it's always about starting at the base note. That's the foundation. It comes with your own guidebook. Make a personal grimoire, something to journal about yourself, literally journaling about yourself and like seeing these aspects. Especially if you're at a crossroads, you feel confused, you're not even sure what your purpose is, why you arrived on the planet. You probably know, but you need somebody else to spice it up a little. So if your soul's calling you to join in this live webinar, the price does go up August 1st, which is just in a few days, I will say. And I also do cowrie shell divinations. I'm an initiated diviner through Melodoma Somé and his method, his mythology, and that's not what I'm looking for. There we go, cowrie shell divination. So if you're feeling like you need more of a private session, more of a one-on-one, sometimes it's hard to be vulnerable and live because I do these live little mini snippets, but it's just about being authentic and diving into aspects that you may not have witnessed for yourself and bearing witness to an emotional foundation. So my one-on-ones, it doesn't matter what it is, it's all intercorrelated. Career, relationships, home. Maybe you're going through a crisis of like, where do I belong on the planet? Like, what the front door am I doing? It's all the things. I always offer rituals as prescriptions for all of my divinations, but it really is up to you to do them. Like, you can get a tarot reading and they can tell you whatever's happening. I incorporate tarot as well, the Fae predominantly. But prescriptions, if you don't address the forces of adversity, you're going to have it come up because it's like you're aware, but you don't want to fix it. It's kind of like running your car out of oil and then you blow the engine. It's kind of like that. That's kind of how I see that, actually. Now that I say that out loud. So you may feel that you need a divination literally right after gift and purpose because you're more curious, you have a question. I kind of recommend that, actually, now that I say that. That way we can dive in further and do some really deep inner self-discovery, just mapping all this out, energetically, elementally, celestially, and all the things. But just know gift and purpose is literally the foundation to the elemental pathway, another offering that I do live. As we all cycle through the seasons of life. The rhythms of nature that are innate to each and every one of us individually. But the sun and the heavenly frequencies playing and creating on the earth plane, we're all a part of it. So for sure, take the Change Your Stars quiz as well. If you have not yet done so, super fun. I'd highly recommend it, mostly because it's fun on top of other things. And then the Chinese 4 Pillars of Destiny. Why did I get into this? Literally to map out your elemental design with your Chinese biorhythm elementally. along with the acupuncture points, the energetic centers. I really dove deep and started incorporating 4 pillars when I worked through the skin and the body to heal forces of adversity. Whatever goes on inside the body literally shows up at the level of the skin. So it's kind of like an energetic foundation. But I did find it very easy to like look at the elementals and your chakras along with your astrology chart, actually, to really assist you in healing the forces of adversity of why you've arrived. So you can just glimmer your goal and let all that other shift literally go downstream. I also work the energy organs, the subtle organs, which are the chakras, because it's all a divine design. We all have this. We're all unique and we all have a gift. And I want you to radiate that gift, but also listen to your body. And if I can't do it from there, then I want to look at your home's divine blueprint, the energy of your home. That's called Flying Star Feng Shui. So all of this kind of plays together. And of course, besides my live show weekly, if you're new to my channel, I also do podcasts, which I've kind of lackadaisied this year. So if you're interested on being on my podcast and glimmering your gold, be sure to reach out. That would be fantastic. That's usually how things happen, right? Is the conversation. And of course, I do have full and new moon meditations, online offerings, and also going live on Fridays, doing mini cowrie shell divinations on my weekly show every Friday on Tonya D. It's my Facebook business page. But on the elemental highway this week, I know that was a lot, right? We've got a yang wood horse of a day, which this is my energy, actually. My day pillar is yang wood. My month pillar is the horse. So energetically, this is adding more power to my punch today. I don't know. You might see that. But a wood horse day. This is like galloping through the woods. Yang wood yaya is active. It's highlighting. It's compassionate. It's birthing new beginnings. It's actually wisdom too. Wise old beginnings. And the horse being fire. It's eccentric. It's eclectic. It's lighting up our heart. The fire within us. Our fire and our desires. So you may find it easy to be in a place of joy, freedom, laughter, excursions, all things Leo in the sun, literally exuberant today, lighting up our joy molecules with all of this energy. It's a highly positive, optimistic, auspicious energy. We're being blessed literally from the heavenly universe with this divine energetic light shining literally from the heavens. I hope you can feel it streaming in. It's great for all the ways that we can heal, whether it's sound, light, acupuncture, all these alternatives, herbs, rituals, magic, spellcrafting, whatever you do. There's forces of adversity for healing that are totally a portal that's opening today. So, often it's about forgiveness, being authentic and forgiving, and also reflecting, cleansing, recalibrating. Not only to practice our own self-forgiveness, but also it's great for invoking. I don't find people invoke enough. We've lost our way to pray in a way. When I do divinations, it's quite curious. However, praying, meditations, manifestation, those kinds of rituals, there is a lot of light. There's a lot of fire, especially with this horse energy. It's the southern direction, which has highly been activated with period 9. So this is going to happen for the next 20 years, but different days carry different rhythms, frequencies, energies, and vibrations. So this can assist us literally to not just raise our frequency, but evolve and elevate it. Manifesting may be easier for you. And the higher the frequency, the elevation we're in, the easier it's going to be to manifest. But always tuning into your own individual starlight, your God spot within your heart space. We all have got this. And connect to those universal streams of the divine, merge them with your personal streams. And what happens is this energy opens up the gates of the divine, of heaven, for the entire day moving forward into that rhythm. So allow the light within your star to shine on your brilliance, to show you the way into your divine portal, because we're heading into the Lion's Gate. So creativity. We do have the divine within each and every one of us, a force of ultimate divine creation within us from heaven, the heavenly universe. So keep doing the work, believe in your dreams, trust in the divine timing The universe is always working in our favor. And let light be your guide. Super excited about this energy, I'm not going to lie. And the goat literally is part of the southern direction. The only elemental we're missing is the snake. So at the hour of the snake, this probably peaked, to be honest. But there's a lot of energy here and it's very exciting. I hope you felt it. I felt it, right? So the messages of the day, let's do a little swippy swappy. Yep, my desk is a little clouded, but either way, we are here for the day. I went with my Light Seers meditation deck or my Oracle deck, Light Seers Tarot. I use the tarot for mostly for confirmation when I'm doing a cowrie shell divination. I haven't used this deck for a minute and it called out to me. So on this mystical Monday, this heartfelt mystical Monday, we have got the Two of Swords. She is amazing. Let her glimmer in there. The Two of Swords. So this tells me our emotions. We need to connect with our emotional field. Highlighting that. Like, what is it our heart wants to manifest? Maybe do some rune work, conversations with our runes. And what are we moving away from? What do we feel we may need to cut the cord? Literally, swords are cutting. It's also duality. It's air. Maybe you feel like you're at a crossroads. Maybe we need to make a different choice. Maybe we need to divert. Maybe we feel a little confused. It's that feeling of not knowing, but also knowing at the same time. Knowing that we have to make a choice. And being between a boulder and a pebble, it's like, what's the energy there? Maybe, though, if your heart can't decide the way to go, it's because it's often the panoramic view. It's the big picture. It is the panoramic view, being on the top of the mountain, screaming. This is kind of genie energy as well, if you've ever had a divination. These are part of the gens. Maybe you've got blinders on, right? The Two of Swords. It whispers in the winds. So it really is time to move in the direction. So really closing your eyes, listening to your internal guidance system. Take my Change Your Stars quiz. We always get stuck on the vision centers, but there are so many other juicy, spiritual, intuitive gifts that, oh my goddess, we can use. And just do your intuitive mapping. And if your intuition is like on holiday, sleeping, you're not getting any messages, it really is asking us to really trust ourselves more and listen to ourselves more, trusting in our own abilities, but also discernment. Discernment is huge. It's like who's coming in, who's part of the village, the subtle world, our ancestors, all the beings not of this world, but yet of it and not in it. You got to trust in the magic, in the medicine. And before we decide, it's like having blinders on, literally. We already know the best way to move forward. Everyone does. It's innate. It's innate to our energy. But it's when we ask, that's when the future is literally going to open up that door. Universe, show me. That's how the universe reveals itself, helping us move towards our dreams, our visions. But ultimately having faith, and faith is a feeling that the universe is serving us on a platter. It's the right experience, the right moment, the movement, even if we are at a crossroads. So it's like the analyzing, the overthinking, the paralysis analysis. It just gets us deeper underneath the pebbles, which have been here longer, with an overwhelming amount of unlimited possible endings or beginnings. So when we're blinded by the unknown, the unseen, we should be able to trust ourselves more and more forwards towards the light, illuminating our star. I would say go to a crossroads. I would also say have faith, meditate, especially with the moon in Taurus. Very interesting energy is what I'm getting. I don't know if my phone's blowing up. That's why I keep looking. Okay, and then on Terrific Tuesday, we've got the Page of Swords. Look at her. She's got the book and she's got the light bulb. So this is like ging, ging, ging. Light bulbs, thoughts are percolating. I always feel like swords get a bad rap, right? But I do find it interesting. We go from the Two of Swords to the Page of Swords. So that's like flipping the whole deck. This is our skill set. It feels like restless. Maybe we're feeling a little restless, overly curious. We got a lot of things percolating in our mindset. Maybe we're thriving. We're trying to quench our thirst for knowledge, information, learning new things. This could be some nervous energy, though. We got to work it out, right? along with some gossip, right? It's also minerals. So I kind of feel that. I mean, how often do we really have that unquenchable thirst for knowledge? Like you just can't get enough. And then you probably like me and you have like books everywhere. But how often do we use our ability to communicate, be quick-witted, to be funny? How often do we share our ideas with others and glimmer our magic, our gold? How often do we engage? Are we ever really overly that talkative? Sometimes this energy is so intense, it comes across as unsettled, ungrounded, a little nervous, maybe a little quirky, maybe a little out there. But air is an element of air, obviously. Inventiveness, it's the air of ideals. You cannot catch air. Things floating on air, the cloud lines, the mystic, the messages there. Meeting our goals by walking a path of honest, deep discovery, integrity, highly important, especially if others are in this cosmic soup with us. So this energy can come across as feeling unsettled, shattered, definitely ungrounded, maybe a little nervous, and of course quirky and a little out there, eccentric. So really utilizing the element of air, be inventive, catch your ideas within whatever your heart's in pursuit of in this moment. Go out, be on a path of self-discovery, meeting your goals, especially when you converse with others. Keep the light bulb, the curiosity turned on as we float up into the air, into the cloud line. And also open up as we begin to navigate. Maybe you got to be like me. I got to go back down to a beginner's mindset. Like, I have to lower the codes, basically. Learning new things. So this is really a message to expand our consciousness and open up to new opportunities within our life and our day-to-day world. But just remembering the memories that everybody who crosses our path has something specific to teach us and us them. It's a combination, right? We're all mirrors. We've got mirrors all around us as well. So really be open as these unexpected lessons come towards us, and just be in your own authenticity and be in the delight, be in the grace in every interaction. Like, stay curious, even when some of the interactions are like, wow. So with the moon in Gemini, this kind of really does add a twist to the magic of this day. Then on Wizardry Wednesday, do you like my horse behind me? Oh my goddess, you won't believe it. We've got the 10 of Swords. This is like a spiritual meditation, like out into the sun. 10 is related to Taurus as well. And we're in the season of Leo. So this is literally being at a crossroads. I love the colors, though. They're all nice. I think they're all fantastic, to be honest. And I do find that funny, the 10 of Swords. And I did shovel this deck before I started. But wow, look at that. It's literally creating a little image down there. I kind of like it. I'm not even kidding. Okay. The 10 of Swords. So this is about loving and trusting ourselves, feeling our own pathway, our own journey. So something may be ending, maybe like you're gossiped, stabbed in the back. Maybe you're resisting this inevitable change that you're on the front loads for. I'm going through some change it's just what it is. I know it's right there. I can taste it. Maybe we don't want to let go of these negative emotions. So there's an opportunity to literally open the door and be resilient, be flexible. The 10 of Swords comes to us in times of those kind of those blinding truth moments when like the veil is lifted, the illusion, the delusion has been lifted away. That's kind of what I sense. So sometimes the truth is often painful, stranger than fiction, because it indicates things that we don't want to see. That's why we got the blinders on. It's the gossip, the backstabbing, all the things, even possibly a personal loss. So there might be a disruption in our path, something we don't see, something abrupt, in the foresight in the future. Maybe there's a resolution that shatters our field, the ending of a relationship that you didn't see coming, you were blindsided. Maybe a dream gets blocked, maybe a partnership's fractured, maybe just your career path, maybe you diverted. So these endings oftentimes feel severe, but I always like to say there's magic on the other side of chaos. That's kind of my go-to, and I always know the universe is moving me. That's where faith comes in, heartfelt faith. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's soft. The universe is always moving us in our pathway, our direction. And in doing so, that's where we can plant new seeds of potency, especially with the new moon on the surface here. Like just remembering that the wounds teach us about our greatest strengths and illuminate our innate ability to really heal ourselves and see how far we've come. Even the dark night of the soul, that's how we meet the dark night. It's the beautiful dawn to a new day. I call it the ghost in the darkness. That's even filled with more light than we may have ever experienced before. So just opening up our heart to blossom and remain open to love, joy, peace, happiness, integrity as we literally go through the process, and we are processing, obviously, a bunch of swords this week. So it's an ending. Look to the sunlight, look to the Leo sun. The sun is shining. Watch the sun, watch the horizon. Like the sun illuminating the sky, even illuminating those bruises so they may heal. Maybe not, but hopefully so. Just knowing that we are also in our healing corridor every day. And then on Tantalizing Thursday, you can't. The universe today wants us to know that we're a galaxy of swords. We're definitely going to be in a space of transformation, especially with words. I find this curious, revisiting words. Air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and what's happening in the sky, right? The cosmic highway. 9, 10, and 2. So this is feeling and acting and trusting, but ultimately loving in the season of Leo. So take an action towards a goal. Thoughts floating by, instead of thinking thoughts, let them float by. Usually we grab a hold of them, right? But when we let go of a thought, a thing, sometimes we worry, sometimes we feel some anxiety, maybe we're afraid. But this is a moment to find an opportunity, a new doorway, to find our courage, our authenticity. It's time to focus on the boundaries. Where's the line? So it's the things that are going well in our life. So it's like, what's keeping us up? What's keeping us up? For me, it's always 3 a.m. I'm always up at the witching hour, wide awake. I usually watch a movie, not even kidding. But it's time in our life where or when, like the negative thoughts might be gaining momentum. They disrupt, they're corrupting our system. So when we may find ourselves spending way too much time worrying about the future instead of being in the moment. So get up on top of the mountain. Perception is everything. Get that panoramic view and don't allow your negative self-talk to get you in a loop, a cosmic loop, and trip you up, trip over yourself. So if your mind is pessimistic, spiraling and winding out of control wildly, vividly, it can really lead to all the things that are lower frequencies: stress, depression, anxiety, all those lower energy frequencies. Even when our thoughts carry zero truth, they're floating on clouds. So are we. Often imagining the worst instead of activating the best to glimmer our gold. So it's time to really flip the switch, meaning flipping our perspective, seeing through the eye of God and sending nurturing, loving thoughts to all situations that we may overcome any disturbing, limiting thoughts that are holding us back from glimmering our gold and evolving beyond the everyday. So look to the light of a situation and just notice one little crack in the window, the little brightness that shards through. Keep fear, push it away, flick it in your hands, and really use the light to illuminate and expose anything that's tapping at you. Worries dissipate, they soften them up. Bad dreams, nightmares, things like that are being illuminated. Fear is false evidence affecting our reality. So they're illusions. So you can see what the truth is that's hidden in the ghost in the darkness. And then, of course, as we flow into the weekend on Fantastic Friday, oh my goddess, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Look at her sitting in the chair and all the moons of glory above her head. I'll take that. As always, I love the shades, though, I'm not going to lie. So the 8 of Pentacles, the infinite 8. So what are we letting go of so we can pop forward? It's like, my divine heart ready to commit to a skill set? Just knowing that We are each the expert. We're the actor. We're the master. Maybe we are the actor of our craft. We're on our way to our soul purpose and our gift, so that you cannot make this up. This is amazing. We've got 2, 8, 9, 10 in the page. I feel like we're doing like this swirl, literally like the infinity, right? Going back and forth. You're patient. You're determined. You've been through the crush, is what I want to say. I almost want to say rivers, but these are the best ways. Once we get patient, the patience of Job, that's always going to determine our success. Knowing that we all have a skill set, and mastering that takes time, perseverance. Shortcuts always make me, I live in Utah, so it's always about the multi-marketing things, like the short thing. That's not going to work. It works for a minute few, but it doesn't. So just be focused on your heart, your dreams, be dedicated to your own inner exuberance, and really develop your own unique magic, your own form, whether that's studying, practicing, improving, thriving, and just merging with love. Merge your soul, merge your energy, universal streams, personal streams, your own energetic essence into everything you do. That brings in the consistency to flow, but also perfecting our craft. Joy illuminates in what we do. Time flies by. We all know this. So it's time to flow, time to get in the rhythm, getting in the flow of your own currency, no matter what that is. Something that you find your heartfelt dedicated to as you dedicate to your soul. And if you know it's time to move forward with something more inspiring, find a plan, set a goal to do so. So, just be consistent in the action, whatever that is. Like hold your own accountability coach, for crying out loud. So often we feel blocked right before we expand into new levels of consciousness and airwaves. So it's okay to be imperfect. That's like outside of us. We're always learning. We're becoming our own master of whatever it is we're mastering. We all have a gift. We all have a purpose. Finding our inner joy, self-improvement to really assist us to connect, to get there, and literally persevering with loving, like being determined. When we become the person that really resonates with our heart, we illuminate our gold for all the world to see. It's like where we long, we are longing. So an affirmation, that was kind of a lot. An affirmation to get you on your way as I switch myself up. There I goes. There I be. An affirmation to get you on your way. This I loved because besides the cards, just saying, I was just musing with the moon in Gemini and how it's sextiling Leo and like how that feels as a reflector. So an affirmation to get you on your way is I love my light and I'm shining brighter with each passing day. So I want you to illuminate, and for sure join me August 10th for Gift and Purpose. The price goes up. Not a big hike, but either way it goes up. So why join me? What is your gift? What is your purpose? Where do you want to illuminate? Where do you want to shine your brilliance? And with that, I say ashe. I'll see you on the other side. Blessings.